Good morning, children. Today we are going to begin with the new chapter, that is chapter 4, sorting materials into groups. This sorting of things begins from home, as you all might be keeping your books and copies on the shelves, bookshelves. You might be keeping your weapon, pencils, erasers all in geometry box. Your mother might be keeping all the clothes properly at some specific place, either in almirah or wardrobe. Kitchen materials or the things that are used in kitchen, all utensils are kept at one place. Is all the packets and bottles or containers of different spices and things that are needed in kitchen are kept at some specific place. So from home we used to sort the things so that it can be placed at proper place, which makes us easy to get them and to locate them. So in this way it is very important not only for studies, even to follow in life. Now we come to classification of objects. How we classification: when you go to some grocery shop or any shop, there you might be seeing different columns where soap are arranged. Different types of soaps are arranged in one column. Another column may be having the different types of toothpaste arranged properly. Another column may be having the different types of shampoos arranged, and another column may be having oils of different kinds at the same place. So this is the classification on the basis of their utility. First is soap, second toothpaste, shampoo and oil. So these are arranged and kept properly in the shops so that it becomes easy for the shopkeeper to provide you the needed thing easily. Now next we come to the materials. Actually first I want to tell you object. All the things that you can touch, you can see, you can use, all that thing is called object. And now next we come to materials. Materials means anything, any object that is made up of something. Something is used to make that object. So the thing that is used to make the object is called material. Like example, I am showing you, spoon is made up of steel. So steel is the material that is used to make the object spoon. Similarly, chair made of plastic. So plastic is the material which is used to make the object chair. So now next we come that there are different patterns, like we can see one object made of different materials. Like one example I am giving you. If we take example of coin can be made of steel, coins can be made of aluminium, coins can be made of silver, and coins are also available in brass. So these are the different materials which can be used to make a single object, that is coin. Now secondly, children, different objects made of one material means different objects can be made by using one material. Like example I have given you, wood material is used to make doors, windows, tables, chairs and also many other things. So single material is used to make different objects. Now third is combination of materials, means more than two or more than two materials are used to make an object. So that is one example here I am giving you, terracotta. It is combination of terylene and cotton. Terylene is the synthetic fiber, whereas cotton is the natural fiber. When synthetic fiber is blended with cotton fiber, then we get terracotta. So it is combination of two materials. Terracotta is combination of two materials, that is terylene and cotton. If we say tea, so tea is the combination of tea leaves, water, sugar and milk. These things are needed to prepare a cup of tea. So here also different materials are used to make one object, that is tea. So overall we can conclude that one object can be made of different materials. One object can be made by using different materials. Secondly, one material can be used to make different objects. And third, we have studied that combination of materials, two or more than two materials can be used to make one object. Okay children, today only this much. We will continue tomorrow.